Bill.
Albright.
What's up?
How you doing, brother?
So when I show the plan, when I get in front of 100 people, I say, you know how I can see you? Or no, I say, you know how you can see me? I can see you too.
Mm-hmm.
So we should do that on Zoom. We should be like, hey, Terrence, you see how you can see me? See, I can see you too. So people are like, I'm like, whoa, I can see you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why I do in the meetings, because what I want people to understand I have 100 people in front of me. I can see your faces, Riri,
Yeah.
Like, oh man, come back at me. So I was thinking maybe I should do it with Zoom, because sometimes we have to call it right, Junior? You had to call and say, hey, I don't know how to break this to you, but the whole time while you was on Zoom, you had your finger up your nose and you look bored to death. We're trying to build an organization and get wealthy, and you look like, oh no, we got a problem here. My computer flashed up. So I'm going to shut down on you. I hope it don't shut down on me. But so what I'm doing, Junior, is I'm speeding up the process by telling these guys. And then I tell people, they go, well, he'll show us already going, text him. You can see he's looking at his phone, text him, say, look, hey, you excited? Yes. Tell your face. Send a brain signal. Send a signal. He'll say, how do I tell people to act excited? Like I just did. That's how you do it. Like people go, I copy you. No, you don't. You copy me because you ate something today. That's what you did to copy me. I ate something, you ate something. That's about the extent of the copying. That makes sense. Like every little thing, which is like we got to try to make money here. Here's what we got to do. Noel Wilson, sup? The third, Noel Wilson, the third.
What's up?
Third.
What's up, Albright?
I saw the third that keeps beating you on the Zoom the other day. I don't know if you saw him on there. My man.
Man, Sarge.
He's watching right now, boy. He's on them shows, boy. He's watching stuff. You'll be texting me a minute.
I will be.
But he's bold. That's what he is. He's bold. He's bold. That's probably the biggest. If you look at all the things.
Yeah.
All right, got a bunch of people on here. Good to have y'all. What's up, Vinny? What's up, Victor? Victor, I've come. Can you believe I'm gonna drop? Can you believe I'm gonna come back down to earth in Alabama just so we can say hello? Can you believe that?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. It'll be some red on the jet. You can believe that.
What's going on, Andy? How you doing?
What's up, Vinny? Scratching out a living, man. Looking for more winners. Looking for more winners just like you.
That's right.
I see Michael on there. I see Billy Crane. What's up, Brandon? Y'all coming down to Florida next week? A week after next. I'll be in Aruba. We're doing some reconnaissance. Hey, Steve and Handy, pull up these leaderboards. Let's show people what kind of numbers. What's up, Shelby Dowling? Here we go. Submit, Chris Long. Look at this. You see Chris Long is leader in submit and leader in issue pay. That's a good program right there. I'm just going to tell you.
That's good.
Tom Murphy, submit 20,500. James Bubba Skinner, 16,000. Top three submits are over 16 grand in a week. Let's see how many $10,000 issue paid we got. 9 people issued over 10 grand. What are we shooting for? 100 people issuing 10 grand.
That's right.
That's right. Chris and Courtney Long put in 25 issue pay. I did a call with Courtney and some recruits she's put in this week. Mike and Michelle Almond done issue paid 21,000 in a week. I knew it would happen. Megan Wood consistently putting them in. 14,000 this week. Bubba Skinner put in 13. I hear Bubba is going to be on a jet with me popping around Texas. Oh, by the way, I heard something else too. In Houston, we got a limit of 25 people, so you better be there early. Once we go 25, nobody else can come in. We just have to. We'll do you on a FaceTime. We'll Zoom you. The office people down there worried about the COVID, so we got it limited to 25. That's what the boss man says. That's what the boss man gets. That's Michael Alleman and his team, his office complex. Where they're set up. Same thing with restaurants. Some of the restaurants we got to bust up. Only 10, only 8, whatever. We'll just follow it. We'll follow the rules, and then we'll roll Tide. Katrina Gustin continues to pound it and just beat people. 12,000 issue paid. Van Thoff, Rachel and Paul Van Thoff issued 11. Jeremy Patton issued 10. Billy Crane's on the call right here. Billy, show him. There goes Billy right there. 10,300 issue paid. Billy, you on here? Talk to us. Billy Crane.
Can you hear me, Andy?
I can hear you loud and clear, man.
Oh man,
You should pay 10,000. You think anybody can do it, or you think you're just outworking them?
anybody can do it, but I am outworking them. You know, so just a matter of work, Andy. You know what it is. We just got to invest. We got to work, do, have a goal, know what you want, know how to get it. You know, I ain't gonna say it ain't easy. It's work, but it ain't hard either. You ain't asking nobody to get on the roof in the 90-degree weather, pull off some shingles, put some black tar on there, then put some shingles, climb up a ladder, risk your life, and fall back down. You ain't saying do that. You say get on the phone. You call it the telehoppy, as Terry Edwards say, and make some dials to some people you don't know. Go to their house, show them what we do, help them out, serve the family. What we talk about, be enthusiastic, have service, be methodical, and then be decisive and go get the check. So, you know.
That scares him right there.
Yeah, that's that foreign. Yeah, that's foreign language almost. That's like French or Japanese or something.
Hebrew up in there on him.
So,
all right, we
just
got
work.
a new one. This Shelby Dowling. She's coming on. She's making waves. All right, let's see what we got here. Issue paid producers. Caleb Law. Is that Caleb Law done come in with 10 grand? I reckon so. Stephanie Rodriguez, 9,800 in a week. Mark Hutchinson, 9,000 in a week. Kelly Haney, 8,800 in a week. Let's look at these annuity producers. Jane Hill done got a $327,000 deal issued. Woo-hoo-hoo. Janina Wilson got one for $216,000 issued. Adrian, $160,000. DJ, $100,000, and Tim and Nikki got us $86,000. Top Foresters, not surprising. Stephanie Rodriguez, she wants that Rolex. Mark Hutchinson, he's coming after the Rolex. Fourth quarter, number one Forester producer gets a bad to the bone Rolex watch, and the number one producer gets $25,000 cash, lead cash, straight up cash, lead cash. Paul Van Thoff knocked out 6,800. He might be coming for that dadgum Rolex. You don't know. Recruiters in the country. Andy Riddle continues to demolish people with 10. Mike Morisi, part of Diane Lampy. I think it's Diane's nephew. These relatives coming in here, outworking people. Brandon Beal put in 6 more. He's driving depth like crazy and putting in width. My staff put in 5. All right, my staff, ABTF, we got to pick it up. We can't be coming in number 4. Paul Roberts puts in 4. I think that'd be his girl, his daughter, working, making it happen. Avian done put in 4. Look at there. Joseph, 2. Continues to recruit like crazy. My other staff group, 3. Lua Body, going agency manager, put in 3. Jason and Tony put in 2. All right, thank y'all. Let's okay. Have each of you have you seen the slides that I'm going to use? Like, have you seen the slides that I'm going to use for the activity call? Yes, no. Raise your hand. Have you seen them? Raise your hand if you've seen them. Okay. So Shelby, you hadn't seen them. Terrence, you have seen them. Vinny, have you seen them?
No.
Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna pull them up just for a minute. This is right out of the Green Book. Go ahead and pull them up. Stephen, handy. Let me see what we got here. Go down to the very, okay, skip, let's see, go all the way to the last one. Okay. 6 kinds of people. I think in the book I have 5 kinds, and Jeff Wright wanted to throw in a 6. He always likes to add a little something, something, something. All right, ain't nothing wrong with that. 6 reasons people exist. No-time person, sometime person, part-time person, full-time person, all-time person, all their life person, okay? I really don't care about 6 right now at all because I'm worried about today, not tomorrow. I'm worried about today. No time, sometime, part-time, full-time, all-time, okay? Which one are you? Which one do you want to be? All right, scroll back down. Let's go back to slide 2.
Number 6.
All right. No time, sometime, part-time, full-time, all-time. Okay. In the Green Book, it says a no-time person is too lazy to ever be good for anything. A sometimes person looking for a free ride, they poke the. My dad says like trying to kill a snake with a stick. He's just hitting at it. It ain't gonna work. A part-time person, they're afraid of commitment. A full-time person, they get by okay. All-time person is really the rich people, okay? So here's what you end up. The bottom 70% of the people you're going to deal with, they are the poor, okay? And I just mean they don't make much money. When I go in their houses, I go like, holy sheesh, I don't know how to tell you. It's just not, it ain't hitting on much. It's usually dirty, okay? Not picked up, okay. 25% of the people, that's 25% of the people, that's your middle class right there. That's your middle class, good houses, good neighborhoods, cul-de-sacs, them the ones that pay all the taxes. And then you got your all-the-time people. They're the ones that have multiple houses, maybe a house in a different country. They definitely have a house in a state that don't pay taxes. They're really tricky people because they're really smart and they're 24/7. So they'll come up with a way to pay less tax. And then you get the haters in the middle class, but you need your middle class to stay scared because you don't want them to go poor. Because if they go poor, we ain't got nobody pay no taxes. So really the middle class is where the weight is on. That's the guys we're trying to recruit, Brandon. We're trying to recruit middle class and show them how to get to top class. The other ones, God, it's just hard to do anything with them. You're trying to discern. So Riddle's putting in all this width. Mike Morisi's putting in all this width. I would tell them to look for a part-time person or a full-time person, not a sometime person or a no-time person. And the best way you can do, Shelby, is look at their past. See, if I start asking you for successes, we'll be able to find them quickly. You can find them quickly when you interview people, even though you hire them. I would hire everybody because every dud knows a stud. But the more of a stud or a studette they are, I'll take a little more time with them because they're the middle class. And then I'm going to try to get them to move up to the upper class. It's my strife in life not to waste time with number 1 and 2. Brandon, don't waste time with 1 and 2. Grow to 3 and 4 and grow 5. Okay. So the question is how to grow them. Okay. So go to slide 3 and I'll show you how to grow them. Okay. Do you see where number 1 and 2, I can't put in them what God left out of them. Okay. So if it's in there, I can grow it. But if they lack trust, lack hope, lack confidence, lack identity, that's people who I say they don't know what they want. These 1 and 2 people don't know what they want. Okay? They mumble. They're confused as all get out. Okay? You say, but can we save them? Miracles happen. They just don't happen every day. I'm not so much a miracle producer as I am a miracle grower. See, miracle grow you can get in the store. You can pour a miracle grow on people. But producing a miracle, that's different. So growing a part-time person, see where it says needs more initiative and persistence, Brandon? I got to grow your initiative and your persistence. And by the way, I'm talking to both Brandons and any other Brandon that's listening. I can see Brandon Manley, but I'm talking to Brandon Beal too. These people need more initiative and persistence. They know what they want. They got the first side of the coin done. I'm working on the how with them. Okay. So need a little more initiative and need persistence, need ambition, need enthusiasm. Okay. All the time person has drive and they have routine and they have habit. So we're trying to move our middle class into discipline, drive, routine, and habit, where it's just a habit, where they make phone calls on Mondays and Thursdays. On Mondays, they book 20 appointments for Tuesday and Wednesday. On Thursday, they book 20 appointments for Friday and Saturday. But if a person's not ambitious, he will sit down. That's called a part-time person. Does that make sense? He's full-time, part-time. He's working. He's with us, but he'll sit down if he doesn't have ambition. Others will sit down around him if he doesn't show enthusiasm. Okay, so I'm trying to grow a person's ambition, called dream building, goal setting. I'm trying to grow their enthusiasm by telling them what it looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like, so that they can reproduce enthusiasm. And then I'm working on a person's drive and discipline. Let me tell y'all how I do drive and discipline. It's just a really cheap trick. I put it on my calendar. That's my biggest trick in the world. I put it on my calendar. My ambition and my ambition, I look at magazines. I look at multi-million-dollar homes down here in Florida, just saying, hey, I'd like a fireplace like that. I'm designing another house down here in Florida. I've spent 1.5 years designing it, looking on websites, pulling up different swimming pools for the 4th floor to see what infinity pools look like on the 4th floor. And when we were, my architect, I had dinner with my architect last night. He came over here. We spent 2 hours chit-chatting, dream building, designing the 4th floor. Actually, a lot of the house. We looked at the whole house. What is it going to look like? Dream building. I keep my enthusiasm up and my dream building up, intentional. Okay. All right. Take my slides down. Let's talk to these people. These slides are on band, by the way. If you hadn't seen them, or if you need to refresh, you go back to them. Okay. All right. So, Billy Crane. Oh, shit.
Andy.
What do you just breathe? How's this hit you? Like, oh crap, or like, why have I been doing this, or who I should work with? How does it hit you? Like when it deals with Mateo, I can't remember if that's his name. Mario, yeah. Like, how does this hit you?
It's so many layers to it, because like you said, we come across these folks and some of them don't have the dream and goal. And you got to build the dream and goal. But you said the key thing there is you said, like, through enthusiasm, how do you make them feel? A lot of times we like to talk, but we're not telling stories. Kind of how you just said about the infinity pool and you're describing it. I mean, like, you're giving me a feeling on the inside that gets me bubbly and excited. So I'm just thinking about, like, what do I need to do to be able to give that feeling to somebody, to give that drive to them? And then, you know, it's helping people get the schedule. So, I mean, you're giving us like the keys to success to unlock like the future we want. And I mean, it's just priceless. So that's what I'm feeling, because it's what you convey through feeling, through emotion.
All right. So I need to work with you and Bill on how to do that. Let me talk to Bill for a minute. Bill goes like this. Yeah, I get to go to NBA games. I'm on the floor because my brother is an NBA superstar, makes millions, okay? And he invites me, and I get to go, and I get to meet him. I love it. But what I want to do, what I dream about, is taking 5 or 6 of my guys and me buying floor seats. You see how you're self-edifying, but you're also seeing how close it is to being real. Does that make sense, Bill?
Yes, sir.
And the enthusiasm of wanting to take other people and buy floor seats. You say something like this. Like, I think it's just crazy how when Albright texts the athletic director or the football coach, there's back and forth with boo, right? Or the football coach, they text him right back. Like, I dream of that. Where does that come from? One, they trust me because the check cleared.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I mean, they do need to like you. That's true. But who don't like a guy that's got a jet and is nice to him? Like, just nice, you know. Don't embarrass them. Make sense?
Makes sense.
But talk about that and see. You know, Billy, when I'm interviewing Bill the first time, I remember asking him. I was like, "Come here, man. Where'd you go to school?" And it was like, "Is it Northern Illinois? Am I right?"
Yep.
Which is where my football coach at NC State coached before he eventually made it to the Wolfpack. And so I was trying to figure out how they missed each other. And what was your degree in, Bill?
Criminology.
Did you get the certificate?
Yep.
Okay, so he played football and he got the certificate. You know how many football players never get their certificate? In other words, they don't graduate. And then I can't remember if Ashley was with you the first time. I don't think so.
No, not the first time. No.
You know, I always look at the wife, the girlfriend too, and just kind of see who they picked to hang out with. That was later on. I think Vegas was one of the first time I got to know her at one of the meetings. We were sitting there. See, these are all interviews, Billy. Like, I'm asking questions. I'm truly looking for, do they have an identity? Do they have faith? Do they have hope? Do they have those things that the poor people don't have? Now, if they have zero money, but they have faith and hope and stuff like that, they move up into the top 25%. That's who I want to work with. I just can't deal with people that have no hope, no faith, no identity. They just don't know who they are. Like Sheena, I mean, I know your history is not perfect, but that reborn, I was like, all right, how have you done since that rebirth? So I'm looking for that puts them in the 25%. And then I hammer on their successes, asking them to move with more ambition, to move with more enthusiasm, just asking them to do that over and over, and then showing them how, demonstrating, talking about how I do it, my calendar. I find stuff. I hung up the phone with Bill's people, and I called Bill. I said, hey, these people got some juice. They not just talky. These people walky. I'm going to get my jet. I'm going to figure if I can get my jet to land in Birmingham. And then I was thinking, who else do I know in Birmingham? And I found another couple that's down through Brandon Manley's organization that are coming out to the jet and meet me. Does that make sense? Like I'm so damn focused on building me a team. And one of my teams is the Bill team. But so you can't build a team around an amoeba. Does that make sense? Like if they're stupid, have no hope, no identity, Nothing. They got nothing in them. I can't put in them what God left out of them. You know, oh, you shouldn't say God left it out of them. Well, what do you want me to say? You tell me how to word it, and I'll word it your way. You dadgum poor person. Yeah, I mean, no offense to the unfortunate and unfinancially fit, but arrogance beside brokenness looks ugly on most people I've ever seen. Like, don't be so arrogant if you ain't got no money. I'm humble and I got money. Why? I want more. Why you want more? NC State wants more. All the coaches had to take a pay cut. Financials hit. They didn't sell tickets this year. They want more money. Tim Go trying to expand G5. You want more money. You're not building it for them. You worry about what I'm building it for. I'll worry about what I'm building it for. You worry about I worry about you do you, I'll do me. Albright gonna stay humble. Albright gonna try to keep growing. So arrogance. So you see how I'm teaching them, Bill? It sounds like I'm just ranting. I don't teach how to sell insurance all the time because anybody can do that. Anybody. If they have ambition, initiative, persistence, enthusiasm, they can do it. We need to, but if they can do it and they're not doing it, it's because they don't want to. So I'm trying to get them to want to by getting in their face about not being enthusiastic. I get a son-in-law married, his sister married this guy, Michael Weinenberg. I go, Michael, give me this right here. Give me this. Weinenberg, give me this. Now give me this. That's all
Let's
it
go,
takes.
Andy.
That's what it takes right there. I'm going to teach him this. That's all you got to do. You're like, I'm good. I'm fired up. See, the more we show enthusiasm, people seize enthusiasm. Sheena, you tracking with me on this? It's not, I get being reborn. Now let's grow. Does that make sense? Every day thinking, every day reading, every day trying to figure it out. So there's two things that these charts show. What do you need? What do they need? Who am I and who are they? So I forgot if it's where's Terrence? Where do you live, Terrence? Where's home for you?
Birmingham.
All right. So you and Victor are in Birmingham?
Sure thing.
How many people y'all looking to get there? How many you think is going to show up at where the jet lands?
6.
Okay. If each one of them work their butt off, you ain't got to work your butt off. If each one of them put an effort, you have 12. If 3 of you take effort, it goes to 9. See how that works? 6 people. If all of them bring 1 more, it goes to 12. If you have 6 people and 3 of them bring 1 more, it goes to 9. Make sense?
It does.
We were talking about a coach doing a motivational call or a motivational talking before the game or halftime. If I can get the same thing, Junior. Junior, you wasn't on that call, but we were talking about how football coaches, before a game, they don't go, "Hey guys, listen, we're going to need to block the other people so that our running backs can score a touchdown. And then when they get the ball, we're going to need to tackle them." Like that's the way our guys do. Go like, "Hey, look, when you make a phone call, book an appointment." No, what they do is they try to go in your head and bring out the best in you. They go in your head and try to fiddle with the focus. They want you focused so you don't jump off sides. Jumping off sides is lack of focus. Personal foul is lack of focus.
Hey, Andy,
They're not thinking.
can I ask a question on that?
Yeah.
How do you do that with a person where they're not likely to get offended and it comes across good, like without rubbing them the wrong way? Like, how was it an example of how to do it and not do it?
That's a good question, Junior.
Was that Bill? Bill, you asked a question, so help me clarify. What do you think he's asking, Bill?
Pretty much that's something I struggle with. I shouldn't say struggle with. Something I've been working on lately is trying to get a message across without offending people. So I actually have to think it and then say it in my head before I actually say it to you or Junior or whoever or whomever. Because it is, we live in a world now where people are easily offended and we want people to go, 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 go. But when you want them to go, 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 they see it as, they see it as offensive.
Well, let me tell you think about this. Trust and hope. People that have no faith, people that have no hope, people that have no confidence and no identity. There's your easily offended people. Okay? So if you hire 12 people this week or 6 people, you don't want to deal with those people. People say, you believe in God? Not really. You believe in hell? Not really. Do you believe in Buddha? Not. What do you believe in? I really don't have, just the world with so much strife and things going on in it. I just don't know if it'd be a God. Like, the question was, what do you believe in? Mm-hmm. Like, you're dealing with a weird person, pick a superior being. You with me? Like, pick something. Like, I'll never forget. I was on the way back from India, and this girl had a PhD, a master's degree. I said, hey, let me ask you something. You know how the Indian people have like 25 gods? She's like, yeah. I said, do you have one? She says, yeah, I think mine's the one. My group is 24. I was like, cool. I'm not judging. I'm trying to understand. I said, do you know their name? She's like, no. I said, you got a PhD? She's sitting beside me in an airplane. She said, yeah. I said, but you don't know all your guys' names. She said, but I know which ones I like. These guys I like. I was like, all right. See, I could work with her. Does that make sense? She's got faith. That takes a lot of faith to believe in that, Like, to believe in something takes a lot of faith and hope. Because if for else, does that make sense? So I'm listening to what people believe in. What do they think? You say, well, Andy, you eliminate a lot of people when you start looking for people that know who they are and they got faith and they got hope and they got excitement. Go, yeah, I know. That's why I have to talk to a lot of people. I know that.
You're keeping this too simple, Andy. It's going back to talk to a lot of people to find the right ones. I don't like how you keep all this so simple. It's like anybody can do it now.
But it's evaluating them too. You with me? And see, if you got it, the more you got, if you got 12, it's easier to see the top 3. If you got 4, who knows? Does that make sense? If you got 24, the top 3, you could even be wrong and still be right. But the problem is people spend more time dealing with the bottom people because they feel superior to them. Versus, that's why somebody said, well, he is cocky. I like that about him. Because if they're cocky, I can use it against them. I'll be like, let me ask you something. All right, this is one of my attempts. I got a couple guys on here. How come y'all ain't selling more than some of these people that are dumber than y'all, uglier than y'all, and shorter than you, and less athletic than you? Why? See how I'm taking their cockiness, Junior, and saying, I can tell how you lived when I cut your body open. I can tell your numbers when I look at your numbers. You see what I'm saying, Bill? And if I got to look, if you ain't here to get rich, you didn't come to win a national championship. I got you. I got you. But you come to win. Let's win, by God. Well, it's going to take time. I go, really? Megan's with us 2 years. She's beating people that have been with me with 12 years, and they ain't rich, and they've been with me 12 years. And she's spanking them like a child was just birthed, and she trying to get them to breathe. Pay out, hold them by their feet. Pay out, pay out, pay out. They start crying. Oh, she's crying now. You can have your baby girl. That's my baby girl now. Does that make sense, Bill? I'm trying.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody gets offended, what are we going to do? You know,
I just try and stay nice.
So I'm sorry. But you see how it's poignant, but nice. And also, I can do it better. Like if I call you up, Bill, and start talking junk to you, that'd be dangerous. But now you can always say, he's probably just talking to Shelby. He's probably talking to Aaron Elizabeth. That's probably who he's talking to. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I told one of my boys, I told him one time, I said, let me just tell you something. Every time I talk in a group, I'm talking to you. It might sound like I'm talking to somebody else, but I'm just going to tell you I'm talking to you. I've had it with you thinking I'm talking about somebody else. I'm talking about you specifically. He was like, I got tired of it. He'd look around. He'd be like, man, you told them boys like it was. I'll tell you what, you put your foot about 16 inches up their ass. And I was like, well, I'm talking to you.
Right.
He's laughing like crazy. All right, Shelby, you have come alive. How you shooting for 20,000 this month, or is it next month?
I'm gonna try to get as high as I can this month. I know I've had a slower start, but I'm gonna try to at least get 10,000 this month. The next month I want to hit 20.
What's your strategy to get more numbers?
Not sure yet. We're supposed to be talking with Mike Monday night to try to figure out better strategies. I'm putting in the dials and doing everything, and I'm just not getting the same results as everybody else.
See, we got to want to. We got to want to done. Now we're working on a how to.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So we'll talk about the how to. So Mike's going to help you a lot. What's your education background, Shelby?
I have a bachelor's degree in exercise science. And then Georgia Southern.
Okay. Seemed like we met before. We talked on one of these calls. Is true?
Yes, sir.
Like I told you about the M&M brothers, right? Two boys that went to Georgia Southern.
I don't think so.
Yeah. First people I ever met from Georgia Southern about 20 years ago. And big old boys. They sold a little bit. I don't know what they're doing now. Probably doing them shingles that Billy was talking about. They're probably hanging and doing roofing or something. Shelby, so you graduated college, check mark. Did your mom and daddy go to college? Did your
my dad did, my mom didn't.
Okay.
What?
What other good happens in your life? What have you won? Have you won a baking contest or best dress contest or anything like that?
I mean, I played sports growing up and almost won some state championships in high school. So those were good things that are motivators.
What sport?
Softball and basketball.
Okay. So see, I can listen this long. I already tell you some stuff she's not doing in the home. She's got the stuff, but I got to get the specificity. Like she left out Georgia Southern. She left out softball and what was the other? Softball
Basketball.
And basketball. So probably when you're talking in the home, you're going to have to learn to be more specific. You can't say things like, so when you guys, when y'all, the life insurance is going to kick in. You had to say something like when you die from either a car wreck or cancer or a heart attack. So you don't say stuff like that. You soften it. I need for you to make it more crispy. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Shelby, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Did I nail it?
Mm-hmm.
How did you notice that, Andy? Like,
she did it twice.
I missed this.
She did it twice. She did it twice. I'm like, if she does it twice, she'll do it again and again and again. And she's nice. Just a nice person. I mean, she just comes across nice. And you keep coming across nice. There's nothing wrong with that. But you've got to get people to get people's emotions. You say, I was outstanding athlete in softball and basketball. Mm-hmm. We should have won the state championship. They cheated. I know that's right. We almost won one time. They cheated. They did. I was just reading 1972 was the first time the United States of America ever lost for the gold medal in the Olympics. 63 years, there's 63 Olympics, USA won. One of my good friends was on that team, Tommy Burleson, and they refused to take the silver medal. The Russians played the same 3 seconds 3 times in a row. They put 3 seconds back on the board 3 times until they scored, and the Russians won. Tommy Burleson's 7'4", one of my good friends. You see the specificity and the emotion that brings, Bill? Just read it. And his name's never mentioned in the story. So I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to send it to him and say, hey, read the story again. Thought about you, buddy. How you been? He sells Christmas trees on the side. He's the city planner for this little city in North Carolina. He does that. What's that pay? $58,000, $72,000, $62,000. Good guy. And he sells Christmas trees. And he's a good friend of mine. And whenever he's at a basketball game, they shine on him. He played the NBA for, I think, 11 years. But see what I'm saying? See how that edifies, but yet specificity gets emotional? What does it have to do with anything? Just getting people thinking about when they got mad, when they were cheated. But see, you see, now she's got it. That's who we're looking for. If I waste time, Brandon Manley, trying to build it up in somebody that ain't there, like you came back to Michael Weinberg. How you say his last name? How you say your last name, Michael?
Weinberg.
Just Weinberg.
Yeah, that's right.
You could say Winberg. W-E-Y silent. E is one E. Winberg. You could change that for your kids and just say Michael Winberg.
Yeah, always winning then.
Yeah. You can just do that. I've done it for other people. I go, like, it's your choice. You can say it what you consider it. Check with dad, your wife, Winberg. Just don't change the spelling or nothing. Just Winberg. If you wanted to. If you like Weinberg, I love Weinberg. I mean, I'm big on Cabernet, Camus, Jordan. If you like Weinberg, I'm fine with Weinberg. But Winberg,
a little more positivity.
I don't know. But see, Bill, if he gets offended, he gets offended. But I mean, I don't care. I'm always like, I don't care. The best you can not care and don't have an opinion. But if he likes it and he changes it, I'll be like, yeah. If he don't, I'll be like, wine, I'm in. You know, I'm not going to think of the negative. I'm going to think of the juice. Okay, so watch this. Undergraduate from NC State University in engineering?
Yes, civil engineering.
Civil engineering. Master's degree from Duke in architecture?
Construction management.
Construction. And then you pass a test that makes you an architect.
Yeah, if you want to go that route, you have to get your license.
Do you have to, did you do that?
No, so I did not. I have the first half of my engineering license, but I didn't want to get my PE, my professional engineering license.
So what do you call it? What you got?
So it's engineering and training, the EIT.
Okay.
I have the experience. I just have to sit for the test if I want it, but I'm trying to get out of engineering and do insurance full time. So
ain't we all?
It's not worth the time. Yep.
Ain't we all? But you see, Sheena, how do you like if you got him in a lineup, he might be harder because he's not cray-cray. Like somebody that's crazy is easier, but he's smart. You know, it's like he's smart. So the smarter and the history, the better the person's history, the more likely the future. All the preachers tell you your past don't predict the future. I go like, whoa. Yes, it does. They say your past does not dictate your future. That's what they say. You can change anytime you want to, but likely it'll repeat. So what you got to do, Sheena, you got to put some history from the time you were rebirthed, almost died. You got to put a history of positivity. So now you have a history that predicts your future. So the more positive history you produce, the better it predicts your future. And your now is your history. Make sense?
Yes, a lot of sense.
Okay. So, but if you meet a person, there has no history other than what happened in the past. So if I'd have met you before your rebirth, you tell me, you think I would have been fired up or I would have went, what do you think?
No, I don't
not.
think you would have been fired up.
Right. So, but you see how I keep going back to Junior, to what I know about him, what's good and positive and strong.
So,
and then I try to layer it with more ambition, enthusiasm, initiative, and persistence. See, persistence is just getting back up. Initiative is put on your God-blessed calendar. Like, LeSueur, I can't remember where you live. I think it's not Birmingham. You're in SoCal.
Chattanooga. I'm from Southern California.
Chattanooga, okay. How far is Chattanooga from Birmingham?
About an hour and 45.
Have you ever driven from Chattanooga to Birmingham?
Yes, I go every other week.
Has anybody invited you to come next Thursday? I mean Wednesday, Thursday, next Thursday. Is it Thursday?
Yes.
They have?
Yes.
Okay. Are you leaning toward coming or leaning away from it?
I'm coming.
I'm coming. That's how you do it without offending, Junior. You ask him to come, I can't, I gotta work. Oh shoot. Okay, so I'm leaning away from it. I go, why are you leaning away? Because I gotta work. I go, oh, what kind of work you do? See how I can work my way into it.
you got a shot.
Say again?
You got a shot.
Yeah, I got a shot if he says I'm leaning, but if he says I can't and puts a stick in the ground, what am I gonna do then?
Now you're just desperate.
Say again?
Makes you desperate if you try it again. If they just say I can't.
Right. It's hard to get the toothpaste back in the squeeze thing. After it squeezes out, it's hard to get back in. So I want to just kind of look at it, kind of evaluate before I start squeezing.
Can I ask a question?
Okay. Shelby, I want to ask you a question while you're chewing on something. As soon as they put something in your mouth, that's when you ask them a question. Okay. The crispiness that you're speaking with people, you think you can snap and change and say, when y'all die.
Mm-hmm.
Say that for me. Say, when y'all die.
When y'all die.
Say it with more like, when y'all die.
When you die.
See how much different that was?
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
The tone changed. See, people hear your tone and they see your face more than the words. Everybody on here, everybody liked that second way she said it. Raise your hand. See how clear that is, Shelby?
Mm-hmm.
When did you graduate from Georgia Southern?
December of last year.
Okay. I remember when I first graduated from college and I started hanging around rich people. Okay. And I would listen to the way they talk, and I was like, they talk differently than me. I've got to change to talk more like these rich people, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I'd seen them on TV, like Higgins on what was that guy where he lived in that big house and that good-looking guy drove a Ferrari? Ain't nobody old on here. That's the problem. Y'all youngins. Ricardo Montalban, remember that? Fantasy Island? Magnum PI. Good-looking guy, Magnum PI drove Ferrari. Everybody liked him, but they didn't like Higgins. So I was like, don't be like Higgins. Be like the other guy. But then Magnum was cool, but then again, he didn't have no money. I was like, I can't be like him exactly. So I'll be looking, I'll be like, I want to meet the guy that owns the damn building that Magnum is sleeping there and Higgins works for him. I want to learn what they think and how do they act and what do they do. Because I knew if they did it, I could do it. All I had to do was do. That's why, when I teach that on this, do the do. If you just do the do, Talk to them about your enthusiasm, Junior. You can't tell if you're excited or if you're just faking, and then they can't tell it. Can you kind of tell them?
I mean, can I tell them about the conversation I had with you?
Yeah.
So I called Andy because I have felt myself not being like really excited, and I felt like I didn't have a right to pretend to be excited. So I called Andy and I said, Andy, I need help because I'm supposed to get excited, but I think people are going to know if I'm faking it. And he was very simple. He said, no, they won't. But I'm thinking, no, they won't. And what's funny, Andy, I just been getting excited lately, and I can't tell. I told Mike Lemontovich, I can't tell if I'm really excited or if I'm just faking it. And then I'll tell you something else too. I went home to Giovanna the other night, and I was faking it, but she couldn't tell, and she liked it. It was awesome. It was good. I was excited about it. So that changed my life. Huh?
I hope she ain't watching.
I hope she ain't watching. I don't care if she is or not. I'm gonna keep being excited. That's what I'm gonna do. She won't know.
I hope Jane is watching, because I hope she acts excited when she sees me. You say acts? Yeah, acts. You say, well, do you mean act like ain't really? Really ain't got nothing to do with it. You either excited and act excited, or you're not excited and act excited. You can't tell the difference. You say, well, you're a terrible actor. Who really knows? You might be acting like you're not really excited. You might be acting. You don't act really excited, or acting kind of excited. Acting like you're acting, or acting like you're real.
Hey, the other thing is fake enthusiasm is better than real negativity. That's a quote. That's a writer down right there.
That's a writer down right there.
Damn.
Junior, you're brilliant, bro.
I got it from Andy, but thank you. I appreciate it. I'll take credit.
I'm writing it down.
Aaron Elizabeth, I hear you've been catching fire. Am I hearing? Is my ears hearing correctly?
Yep, they are.
You excited?
They on. They working.
Seemed like me you had twin boys. Is that I get somebody confused?
Nope, you got me right.
How is it I can't remember to take the trash out? How is it I can't remember to pick up the kids? How is that I remember that she got twins? I don't know.
Because they're outstanding.
Huh?
Because they're outstanding. So
yeah, they're outstanding.
They got a special story. So
that's right, because they were born early, wasn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Fighters. All right. What's hitting you about this? You know, you got the people that have no faith, no hope, no trust, no confidence, no identity, who they are, versus the kind of the upper half. What do you think? How's it hitting you?
I would just say the only thing I could think of when you were speaking and everything was like everything is a choice. And the choice you make is not necessarily going to be easy, but is it harder being in the same spot that you're in? Or is it easier to just go ahead and go with what's hard, but it's not harder than what you're in now? That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
that
I use that a lot.
Say it again.
I said I use that a lot, like in my life with my boys and everything too. Is it harder to stay where I'm at, or is it harder to just go all in and fight like how we've been doing, fighting?
I'm looking for my book. If you haven't heard, do you do audios at all, or like Audible? As a matter of fact, it's on YouTube. You can find it for free on YouTube. I use Audible. They don't cost that much. It's a little bit expensive. But that audio on how I stopped worrying and started living, that right there.
I can't see it, but
it's Dale Carnegie. Just write down Dale Carnegie and how to stop worrying and start living. It will rip your head off. I was listening to it again yesterday. I walked up to see some of my rental property, and I said, I'm gonna put my headset on and walk. I was laughing. I was like, this guy's driving me crazy.
Getting to you.
Getting to me. But see, I got to let him get to me.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Some people, here's what they do. Victor, here's what they do. They go, I'm not going to let him get to me. He's not going to get me excited. He's not going to get me committed. Well, you're right. You're exactly right. You got to let yourself. One of my mentors used to say, you must avail yourself. You must open up. But I close off to negativity. And when I'm a lot of times one-on-one, I share with people. I go, let me show you this. See what I'm dealing with right there. I can't get engaged in that. I can't engage in it. I got to get out of it. I got to move over here. It's a fight with me every day, just as a fight with you, Aaron Elizabeth. So back to Shelby. So Shelby, when you're listening to these audios, listen to how their voice goes up and down and the specificity. That guy, the storyteller, Dale Carnegie, he says, there's this guy named Sam Botkins, born in 1927. He tells you what the house looked like, and it almost like you're like, who cares? But you start picturing everything that he's saying, and then he gets you. He talks about the shoes the guy was wearing that were his daddy's, and elasticity that pulled the shoes so it fit any size. So he wore his daddy's shoes. The problem is elasticity had went out, so they almost fell off his feet when he walked. And how he made fun. Listen to this. He was 6'6" and 118 pounds. His friends called him Hatchet Face. Hatchet Face. And he tells the story, just goes on and on. I got cold chills. Became a senator. Was voted best dressed senator in the whole United States. And how long he served as Senate, and who he worked with, and what presidents he helped. And you're like, holy shit. He raked. How did he get his first money? He raked up. So he did some kind of manual job, cut some tree down for somebody, got $4, bought some pigs, raised the pigs, sold the pigs, went to college. It's just like he just kept doubling and tripling his money until he could go to college. It's just, you sit there and go like, what is this? What is this? What am I bitching about? I got everything in front of me. It's just whether I produce or something, or whether my ambition's there. So Vinny, I love Vinny. Vinny done won a trip to Thailand, boys and girls.
What's going on, Andy? What's going on, Alliance?
Vinny, the School of Hard Knocks. My buddy, Vinny Napali, my cousin Vinny.
Today's going to be a fun day, guys. Today's going to be a fun day.
Today is going to be a fun day. Vinny, what would you say? What would you think I'm probably? Obviously, you're not in the bottom. You got trust, you got hope, you got confidence. You know who you are. You cray for sure. So you're definitely in the top 25%. I need to increase your initiative, persistence. I need to increase your ambition, increase your enthusiasm. Like work on your discipline and habit and routine. Like, so I got to be thinking which ones am I working on for you? And you got to be thinking which ones are you working on for you? And now you know how you've hired these people and they don't believe, right? You can't do nothing with them.
Right.
You can't do nothing with them. You got to find somebody that believes. But what's your take on this for you? How does it hit you between the eyes? What is it, or does it at all?
When people don't do what I do, or?
I'm saying for you, what do you think I would be hitting on you about if I'm trying to get you to move into the millionaire status or the 400,000? What do you think I would be hitting on you?
Pretty much building a team and working with them, because I know what I'm doing, it works, but I wish other people can do what I do. And that's the hardest part, because I do crazy things. I mean, I'm not your average normal person. But if anyone could do at least half of what I do.
Tell us publicly some crazy, like what you can say. Don't say something you shouldn't say. But like when you talk about crazy, like Brandon tells me some stuff, he would call me like, Benny's crazy. Here's what he told his man.
Well, it's crazy with my agents, because I either make you or break you. I have one of my agents that recently just made phone calls with me, and he's just like, you're really going to call her back again? I called her 6 times. I mean, I'll call people back and back, and then I'm like, I don't care. If I get hung up on, I'm going to keep calling back. Eventually, I'm going to go to their house. And if I don't get them at the door, I'm going to knock on their windows. I'm going to probably, hold the horn down, maybe call them 6 times while I'm at the house. I do things to get in touch with people that people don't do. But that's because I'm trying to get my information to them that they requested. And if they're not answering me, I'm going to find a way to get to them. I'll stalk them in front of their house, maybe 30 minutes. If they're not there at the appointment, maybe I'll go 30 minutes early. Maybe they'll be there because they leave when I get there. Sometimes I'll stay 30 minutes after the time I'm supposed to be there because they'll show up thinking they're smart. I mean, I'll catch them. I do crazy things. That's just a few couple crazy things. But some people are like, you're crazy. My agents are like, man, I don't know if I can do that. I said, you can do that. It just takes time. You got to just keep trying it. I'm naturally like that, but you can do it too. If you want to make the money, you got to do it. You got to make the dials. You got to go to their door. And I'm learning something new, believe it or not. If you don't like the door knock, it's pretty cool. You can go in front of somebody's house and call them when you're there and just say, hey, John, this is Vinny. I'm actually outside your house right now. I was in the area and I got to get this information to you. I see you're home, but do you mind coming to the door real quick? Just so you know they're home, you see them home, but you don't feel like knocking on the door unannounced. So now you call them and get them on the phone and tell them you're outside and wave to them too while you're there. That's the crazy things I do. Just a few.
I like this guy, Andy.
We all do, man. We liked him day one. We liked him more when he won a trip to Thailand. All right, here's how you get people to do what you're doing, Vinny. Your guys. Ask them, say, you think you can't do it? Let's practice. All right, everybody on this Zoom, stick your tongue out like this. Some of you are failing. Work with me. I'm showing you how to do it. Come on, Terrence. Come on, Terrence. You can do it. See, you can do it. Did you do it, Shelby? I'm 56 years old and I got a jet. And I can stick my tongue out. If I was broke like Vinny used to be, Vinny got more money. But Vinny, you got some money in the bank account now, ain't you?
Absolutely. It's good for the wedding, too, because the wedding's coming up in about 3 months.
Y'all hear what I'm saying? If I can do it, you can do it. Now, here's the problem. Well, sure, Vinny can do it, but not me. I'm an engineer. Not me. I played football. Not me. Well, Albright did it. Bill did it. Bill, what are you, 6'8", 260?
6'5", 285.
He did it. People are like, wait a minute. You have just stepped over the line, Andy. You want me to stick my tongue out? I want you to be crazy. I want you to be like astronaut. Brandon Chubb, if that's his name. The big football player. That's just crazy. Let me tell you what he would do at NC State. I don't know if he does at Denver because I don't watch Denver. I don't watch the pros. He'd steal their towel. He'd steal a towel. He'd steal a towel like that right there. And people would get pissed about it. He'd be like, see, Vinny, this is a guy playing in the NFL, but he did things to entertain himself. And it was funny to everybody else. It was funny to him, and it was funny to them. And then he worked harder because he was in the limelight, because he was out in the light, not the darkness. I've just got my head down. I had my head down, and I'm working. That's what I'm doing. I've got my head down, and I'm working. I'm going to keep my head down. I'm going to keep working. Yeah, you're going to stay out of the limelight because you don't want to win. I'm working on their enthusiasm when I get them to stick their tongue out. I'm working on their initiative. I'm working on their ambition. Hello? Humility. This help a little bit, Billy? Folks, find people that know what they want. Teach them how to get it. People that don't know what they want, you say, we can teach them what they want. If they're broke, there ain't nobody on here that don't know what they want. There's not a couple of them don't know how to do it yet. or there's a lot on here don't know how to do it, but they know what they want. That's what I'm looking for. Hey, you guys, I look forward to seeing you. We are limited in Houston to first 25, so any more than that. I just got Fort Lauderdale. They said 100. There's several places. Some are low and some are big. We're going to do what we can do. I'm not sure where we'll meet in Birmingham. I have no. I flew direct from Dallas to Miami, so I'm adding about an hour something to my trip. Plus, we got to pay to land and take off. So I don't want you to undertake it. Realize what I'm doing. I'm kind of crazy to do it. I'm glad to do it. I think you guys have some potential. I know you have potential. We're trying to get it out. Let's go for the winning. Try to get one more. Each one of you try to get one more and come crazy. The crazier you are, the more fanatical you are, the more likely. When Boone showed up the first time to my jet, he had that quarterback. What was his name? Bill, the Brackett, black quarterback, NC State, plays in the NFL. Brissett. Yeah. He had Brissett. He was FaceTiming him and Jacoby. That's the name. He was FaceTiming him. He come in, had another football player that played. There was another NFL guy, and they were just talking crazy. And Bill's really subdued personality, but when he puts on a show, he brings it, and he brought it. So bring it. The crazier we can be. And Shelby, Levitovich will help you a lot, but keep taking what I said and just accent on that. Sheena, how close are you to Thailand? You got a shot?
I'll be there.
Yes. I love it.
That's all I can say is I'll be there.
I believe you.
I started late, but I'll be there.
If I can help you, let me know. Okay. Where are you? Where's home for you, Sheena?
Right now I'm at a little over 44,000 points.
Where are you? Where do you live? What city?
Oh, I live in Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Billy, whatever I can do to help her.
Doing it now.
24/7, 7 days. You just go for it. I believe in you. All right, guys. I want to keep talking to you, but I got to roll. I got a time limit. Love y'all.
All right. Thanks, Andy.
in
Thanks, everybody.
Texas, Fort Lauderdale, Birmingham.
Andy.
Thanks.